Hi, welcome to a tour of BC101 in Blackboard. You will need to go out, take a close look at the elements of your own course, but this guide should help you get started and give you a lot of information about what's going to happen in your course. Now we've landed on the announcements page, which is typically what will open for your students first, and you can see we've got a Welcome to Baker College 101 announcement all set for us. This has an instructor's name in it. That won't be there when your course opens up the first time, so you'll need to edit this announcement and add your name. When we scroll down a bit, we see another announcement with a great video introduction to the course there for students to get acquainted with what they're going to do and why it's important. Let's move to our course information link. In course information, we have a few items for students to see. One is just to inform them that, hey, out of 16 points you can earn in this course, you need to earn 11 to pass. The next is a link to a really great document called an assignment summary. Some of you have already seen this in other courses. I'm going to open one up that I've already downloaded. And you can see it shows a week at a glance. So this is everything they need to do for the whole week of the course. If they wonder where they are or if they've missed anything, this guide will tell them immediately. Then we've also got a sample syllabus here. When you click the link for the sample syllabus, it will open in a new tab. I've got that opened. And I've scrolled to the bottom. I'm going to move quickly to the top and then just scroll past a couple headings. You can see that this looks different from a typical course syllabus, but it really does have a lot of the same information. The grading scale that we see in every syllabus, the definitions of grades. Let's take a look at a couple more. There's the academic honor code and the attendance policy. This syllabus is just a sample, but it does get students ready for the things they will see in other courses. Back to Blackboard now. We've also got a link to the student learning outcomes for the course and a link for a whole folder of writing resources for the student. This will help them to avoid plagiarism. It'll help them to know where they can do research online with Baker. Let's take a look at this link. It's going to be really quick. Just our little faculty information area. This is where you put contact information so that the students can reach you if they have questions at any time during the course. Now let's get to the heart of the course here, and that is the assignments area. And we have a couple of items up at the top that are pretty much in every Blackboard course you teach. Then we scroll down, we'll see instead of weekly folders like we might have in a 10-week course, we have assignment folders. We'll take a look at those in a minute, but we need to take a look at the instructor resources for this course because there are several important ones. When we click on this link, we get a view of several items that we need to know about. Right at the top is a reminder that your announcement needs to be customized with your name in it. Another to remind you to put in your contact information in the faculty information area. And there's a note here to tell you that there are several sets of discussions that need to be carried on the discussion board in the class, and you need to set those up. We've got another link to the assignment summary. And there's a special note here I wanted to call your attention to about an assignment the students do relating to their grade center. As you give students grades for the items they complete in the course, it's important for you to type in a little bit of feedback. When they get near the end of the course, they have an assignment that requires them to look at some of the written feedback you've given them and to quote it in that later assignment. So please, as you are grading the students, be sure and type in a little bit of feedback along with the grade you assign. There's a note a little farther down about the pre and post surveys the students will take in the class. The surveys are built with Google Forms. That means that if the students are logged in to the Baker Google account that they've been assigned, they will be identified as having completed those surveys. So they need to make sure and log into their Google Baker account before they take those surveys. We've got some other helpful items here. One of the best is this whole list of links to resources that will help you with Blackboard tasks. Let's leave instructor resources. We'll go back to the assignments area. The next thing you'll see is a research guide. This is where students should go when they either need to look for resources as part of their research or resources about writing, for instance, help with APA formatting. And then there's a whole folder of Blackboard resources for the students that will help them complete various tasks in Blackboard. Now let's scroll down just a little bit more and look at some of the assignment setups. First of all, each assignment has its own folder. So once I click this link, I'll be inside the assignment folder for assignment 1. But right here in the outside blurb, we've got a video that's just a brief informational introduction to the assignment itself. Each assignment has one of these videos. You can see the one here for assignment 2. And right at the middle of the screen here, we see a little link. If I click that, I'll get a transcript of exactly what's said in the video. That way, nobody who has problems hearing the video for any reason will miss out on the content. Let's click this assignment link, open the folder, and here we've got a couple of different elements of the assignment folder. First is the survey we've already talked about. Students, before they take the course, take a survey, and at the end of the course will take another. Here's the link to the survey they need to take. And then here's a description of the task they need to complete on the discussion board, as well as a link to the rubric they'll be graded on, and a link that'll show them how to work in a discussion board. Let's move back down. We'll get to assignment 2. Assignment 2 deals with their college experience and asks them to take a look at the student handbook. Assignment 3 is going to ask the students to get familiar with all the support services available to them at Baker College. They need to think about when they might need those, why they might get involved with any of the support services, and it introduces them to their Google account. So they are going to be expected to complete this assignment by creating a Google Doc and sharing it. And there's plenty of information out here about how to do that, but they can't complete the assignment unless they learn to use those items from Baker. Assignment 4 actually explains to the students how to find their step plan online and then to look at it. They also have a grade center assignment that they need to fulfill. I mentioned this one earlier. It's going to require them to know how to go in and look at their grades and look at feedback from you. We can see that assignment 5 will deal with academic integrity. And assignment 6 will have a reflection in it and a survey at the end of their experience. Just in case there's anybody who has not worked with the Grade Center and a graded discussion board before, I'd like to take a quick look at the Grade Center just to point out one item. There are places where you can find tutorials about setting up a discussion board in Blackboard, so we won't go into that in detail, but let's take a quick look here. We'll go into our full Grade Center. And I've arranged this Grade Center because it's for a course that's been completed already, so that the students' names are hidden because we have privacy items we need to respect. Now, if we scroll through this Grade Center, we may find an item here that was completed and is waiting for grading. So this looks like a discussion board where the student posted. There are points assigned to this discussion board, and this little icon lets us know there's an item out there waiting for grading. If it had been completed within the allotted time for the course, this would be a different color. We can go to this little drop down here and choose to grade this attempt if we want. This should help you get started. You know where to go, hopefully, if you have any questions. We will complete your training in other ways, but this video is a way to get started quickly by watching what happens in the actual Blackboard course. Thanks for viewing.